At our core, we all long to be valued, whether in the workplace, in marriage, or in any setting where people interact. Human beings carry a deep desire to be seen with dignity and worth. We want to know that we matter, that our presence is significant, that who we are and what we bring make a difference. It's not always about the ego. It's about meaning. When people feel valued, they thrive. They show up fully. They contribute more authentically. When value is withheld, they shrink, disengage, or begin to question their worth. So, whether you lead a team, love a spouse, or simply live among others, never underestimate the power of making someone feel genuinely valued. Pertaining to marriage, here's why intentionally treating your spouse with value and worth is essential. 1. It affirms their God-given identity. When you treat your spouse with value, you are not just being kind to them. You are honoring the fact that they are made in the image of God, period. You affirm their identity as a person, as someone deeply loved by God, which reinforces their dignity and security, not just as your spouse, but as a child of God. Simply put, a spouse who feels affirmed in their worth will respond with greater confidence, emotional openness, and spiritual connection. It basically fosters a safe and honoring environment where love can grow deeply. Secondly, it strengthens emotional intimacy. Valuing your spouse means listening to them, respecting their voice, appreciating their efforts, and speaking life into their soul. This intentional care builds trust and emotional safety, and these are two critical pillars for building intimacy. Couples who consistently value one another build a deeper emotional bond. They are more likely to communicate well, resolve conflicts healthily, and enjoy each other's presence. Let's put it this way. Affection flows more naturally when value is consistently expressed. Finally, intentionally treating your spouse with value and worth is essential because it models Christ-like love. Ephesians 5 calls husbands to love their wives as Christ loved the church, and wives to respect their husbands. This isn't just about control or duty. It's about sacrificial, honoring, caring, and selfless love. Treating your spouse with worth is a living testimony of the gospel. You mirror Christ's love, one that lifts, protects, and honors. Such love not only strengthens your marriage, but also becomes a light to others. It sets a legacy for your children and reflects the heart of God in a world that desperately needs to see it. When you value your spouse, you cast a light into the world, a light into your home, a light into your society. Your children subconsciously learn what it means to be a Christian without you saying a word. Your sons are watching how to become a husband, a man, by how you treat your wife. And likewise, your daughters are watching you. They're learning how to become wives, mothers, women of dignity and valor in society, just by the way you treat your husband. No land cultivates itself. Every land needs a farmer to cultivate it. And the same is true for marriage. No strong marriage builds itself. It takes two individuals who are committed to each other and committed to God and committed to making the marriage thrive, working hard every day to build a marriage that transcends their individual selves. So why don't you take a step today? Look at your spouse. Look past the flaws, the things that you want them to change, the standards that you would like for them to reach. What do you value about them? Do you see anything? Why don't you communicate that to them? Let them know how you value them in the relationship, how they contribute to the home, and how, if they are not there, their absence is felt. In our marriage, we learn to look at each other with value, with worth, and with respect. We actually have a podcast where we dedicated the whole episode to telling each other how we add value to one another. If you haven't listened to it, I highly recommend that you go on our YouTube called To Marriage and look for it. It's episode 41, How We Add Value to Each Other. Shalom.